Hi, following on from my previous post, um, I wanted to make this video to explain other experiences that I have, um, the good and the bad. So, this is a good experience, even though there's some bad experiences. But again, I feel like I need to share it. So, I'm calling this one angels because sometimes in life we do meet human angels. Um, so I love to go walking, and I often take myself to natural places because I like nature, um, or historical places, which are always quite interesting. Um, my aim for this walk was to get to the Scandinavian Forest, um, which is just outside of Amman. Um, I think it's in the Balker Governorate. Um, and I managed to catch a bus to Swelieh, and then I was gonna. My plan and what I did was to walk from Swelieh to the Scandinavian Forest. Um, this means that I had to walk through Einelbasha. Some people they say that you shouldn't do that, but I sometimes like to try all different places because you never know, it might be a good place. Um, and as you know from my previous post, bad things can happen in the safest of places, um, at the safest of times. So, yeah, so I managed to catch a bus to Swelieh, um, and then I proceeded to walk through Swelieh. And I was walking down this road. You probably might not be able to see my mouse or uh, where it's leading. But yeah, so I walked through this densely packed area of Swelieh. There's like many buildings, lots of people. Um, it's quite congested, and this sort of area is where they fix cars. So I walked through here, and then as soon as I sort of turned the corner and started to get closer to Ainabasha, um, I had like a group of three guys starting to follow me. Um, they were like young guys, probably in their early 20s, but they were following me and like, I don't know, saying some random things. I didn't understand, thank God. um, and I thought they would leave me alone, but they didn't. They continued to follow me all the way into Ain Basha. But why am I saying this? Because as much as these guys were stalking me and following me, and they wouldn't leave me alone, uh, there was also this other guy by himself, and so these guys were walking beside me on the left side of the road, and this other guy was on the right side of the road, and he was shouting at them, telling them to stop. So this guy on the right side of the road um, was my first aim of the day. So he was trying to protect me from these other guys. And I have to say, I'm very grateful to that guy. The guy who was trying to protect me was a young guy, um, by himself, like a school guy, I think. And he even yeah, he was just shouting at them, and he eventually came across the road to stop them from harassing me. So I was very grateful. And this is the extremes that you experience. The one extreme of people, some guys harassing you and following you, and then these angels who come by and save you. So I was really grateful to him. And so I managed to get through Innovasha unscathed. All right, like no one else sort of bothered me afterwards. And I continued walking into the countryside. This area here is a lot of farmland, and so it's more peaceful. There's also somewhere here are sort of historical buildings, um, but I I only saw them on the way back. Uh, but there's a story with that, so I'll come back to it. Oh, I can't seem to find it at the moment. Yeah, here it is. It's called, I don't know how to pronounce that. Rajem Al Henu. So, but yeah, I walked past there and then in Gills. I got this area. Uh, I got a lift from some local people up to the top here of the Scandinavian Forest. Again, guys were just being polite and making sure I was safe, which was nice, and they gave me some water. So yeah, I managed to get to the Scandinavian Forest, and it's got a beautiful view over Einolvasha. Um, I will add some pictures after this. Uh, yeah. So I had a little wander around Scandinavian Forest and then proceeded to walk back to Swelieh. Uh, so down the hill, through the agricultural fields, and then I uh, I just want to get bearings because mm, yes. Um, so the historical site is here, and there's a few. And yeah, I'm just a bit lost at the moment. But anyways, just going down the mountain from the Scandinavian Forest. I'm trying to trace my steps back. Uh, Here we are, sort of walking through the farmland, and um, okay, I was talking about the wrong site, but anyways, it was a historical site. So yeah, so I got to the farmland area, and I came across um, some young guys. They were like teenagers, and I could tell that they weren't. I didn't trust them. They were a bit scary. So I was hoping, like I was like praying I'd be safe, and luckily I met my second angel. So, and I've got a picture of him. So I saw him. He was quite a big guy. He was collecting metal from the trash cans that they have all around. So he had a little bag and he was collecting metal because I think you get paid for this recycling. Or anyways, it's a way to make money. Um, and yeah, so I started talking to him, and then I think he was protecting me from the young guys because I think he knew what they were up to. Um, so he was like my angel, and he we were talking, and then he was like going to show me this historical place, which um, I think I passed, but I didn't really take much notice of. Yeah, so he showed me around basically. Um, the uh, the first one, oh yes, okay, I found my place. The first one, sort of in the middle here, it was like total ruins. I mean, you can't really see anything. It's just like blocks. And he was telling me about the Well, he was saying it's like I think Byzantine or Roman kind of history, and he was showing me like shards of pottery, and uh, and at the same time, now because he was showing me around, the young guys they were following us, and they were just like interested in this this event. So they started picking up random bits of like plastic from the ground and giving it to me just as a joke, you know. um, but yeah, so it was me and the angel and these young guys like walking through this old site, and then eventually we got to the main site because there's these two sort of very like well ruined sites, and then this other one is a ruined, but you know you can see a little bit. Uh, and You're showing me more kind of like holes in it and different sort of markings and things on it. And then, yeah, he made me some tea, which was lovely because I was quite exhausted after all that walking. So yeah, he like really looked after me really well. And so whilst he was making me tea, there was like because everyone's watching, and there was like a local guy. He was just checking to see that I was safe as well. He was watching what was going on. Um, and yeah, and then after that, I managed to walk back through Enel Basha and back to Swelieh unscathed. Obviously, there were some insults. Like there was a 10-year-old that was swearing at me, but you know, you can't, a young child doing that. You know. Anyways, yeah. So I got back to Swelieh. I got back to the more center part of mine. And so yeah, I just had to tell a story because you know I was saved by two angels that day who sort of guided me and protected me from these young guys who wanted to harass me. So I'm very grateful. And I'll just add some photos of my trip, uh, my walking experience. Um, Thank you.